Hello again, sweet darlings. Welcome back to my channel and this video series where I've been sharing a few ways every single month that I've been making do, doing without, trying to make it myself. Certainly one of the highlights of this month has been gathering some hazel branches. I think this would be called coppicing if you're in the UK, where you basically just cut off these new stems. And I've loved using this hazel to make some kind of homemade trellises for roses. We've also had lots of picnics, either outside or inside. I've been really trying this month to just get down a little bit more at my kids' level, and take a moment out, not focus so much on what's got to get done because there's a lot that's got to get done at the moment, but really just kind of spend quality time with them and then try to get work done while they're napping or not napping, as the case may be. Another way I've been making do this month has actually been letting myself off the hook to try and book or organize some kind of excursion for when my stepdaughters come to be with us, and really just focus on quality family time where we can all relax, be ourselves, and spend time together at home. So this month we had a lovely barbecue all together and roasted some marshmallows. So it was just simple, it wasn't expensive, but it was lovely just to see my husband having a nice time with his big girls and for the little girls to enjoy time with their big sisters at home as well. Definitely one of my favorite ways of making do, although to be honest, it feels like a treat to myself, so I'm not sure that it really counts as making do, is something that you will probably see in every single video this year if I can manage it, which is to bring cut flowers or wildflowers into my house. I just absolutely love doing this. I really never buy flowers now because I try to grow some flowers in the garden or just gather whatever wildflowers are available. This climbing rose is absolutely voracious. It's taken over this fence near our chickens, which is exactly what I wanted it to do, because you can see it spilling over as you drive down the road, and that kind of brightens up the fence a little bit. Also, I think because it's so fragrant, it helps to mask the smell of the chickens. Not that they're stinky, but I suppose they have a little bit of a farmyard smell. But I just love to bring kind of armfuls of this rose inside. I do refresh the flowers every couple of days, and that just kind of feels like a little bit of self care, I suppose you would call it, and also makes me feel like I know what I'm doing regarding homemaking, because when there's a lovely bouquet and vase full of flowers on your dinner table, especially if they smell lovely, it somehow just elevates the table setting. I don't really do anything else at the moment to make it special, but these flowers certainly make every day feel special for me. A really exciting outing that we did this month, but it didn't cost too much because I managed to get us discounted tickets, was to take my daughters off to London Zoo. It's actually not that bad from where I live by train, and it was just so wonderful to see them exploring, having such a lovely time. The staff were all so great, and there was so much to see, really a marvel of God's creation, and lovely to see the animals so well cared for as well. Definitely for my toddler, a highlight was the crocodiles of all things and these funny little frogs. We spent a long, long time looking at all of the amphibians. This month it was time to plant out some of my seedlings that have been kept in these plastic containers outside. The way that I've been making do here when it comes to planting them out is just grabbing some soil from the chicken area, which is so lovely and fertile and is absolutely full of worms, and then really just popping these seedlings into whichever pots I have available. I don't really like to store loads of plastic pots because our garden gets a little bit messy with the chickens and kids and dogs, and things tend to blow around because we live in a very windy, kind of exposed spot here on the edge of the fields. So I prefer these kind of terracotta pots, and usually I grow some seedlings in them. You might say this isn't the ideal pot for cucumbers, and you probably would be right, but I really don't want to be spending money at this point on like giant plastic pots or grow bags for the sake of it, and even on compost. Also, a way I suppose that I'm making do, although you could also argue that it's quite eco-friendly, is when my kids have been using their little paddling pool here, which a friend really kindly gave to us, which was so sweet, is I just pour all of that water, which is now a little bit mucky, into my watering can and just go off and water a bit of the garden that's looking a little bit dry. The chickens really enjoyed this as well. They love fresh water. It's the same with my dogs. They just love to drink out of a watering can, no matter how much cool water they have inside. Maybe it's just an animal thing, but there you go. I also took my girls off to the park quite a few times, and this is the view from our local park. Very, very beautiful cows. We've also been trying a little local dance class, which has been great. And I suppose one way that was key for me of making do this month was just accepting that this stage of my life, I don't spend that much time inside at Mass, and I actually have to be outside supervising my girls. But that is so lovely. They're becoming such good sisters at the moment, which is such a joy to see. As ever, thank you all so much for tuning into this video. I'm really enjoying kind of saving video snippets throughout the month and thinking about what I'm going to share with you as the month progresses. It's a really lovely journey just trying to do without, and also really starting to think about as well what things we can get rid of and actually sell and make a little bit of money and make some space in our house. I'm sure that many of you have found the more kids you have, you kind of collect stuff, people buy you things, maybe someone hands something down, and before you know it, the house is chaos again. So probably in the next video, you'll see some more sorting out. I didn't have time to film any of that this month, but I really look forward to seeing you all here again soon for another video. In the meantime, take good care, everybody, and God bless.